This upcoming Thursday is the release of Funkoween Series 2, and out of the 3 different Funko NFT drops that have released throughout the month of October, this definitely was the best out of the 3. And already before Funkoween Series 2 being released, we had all gotten the email notifying us about November 2024's drop, which are the Batman 85th Series 2 and Beetlejuice Series 1 drops. So I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video, I'm going to be discussing about my opinion about this upcoming month's NFT drops, and also predicting what possibly may be the final Funko NFT drops that could happen in 2024. So let's get right to it. So first, we're going to be starting off with Series 2 of the Batman 85th set, which we actually already knew was going to be happening since Drop had announced on their social media platforms that this was going to be an upcoming drop. So at this point, it wasn't if it was going to happen, but when it was going to happen. And so I wasn't really the biggest fan of Series 1, considering it was the theme of basically a translucent pop by just showcasing the outfit that the character was wearing. However, I actually think that this set might be a little bit better because I think that this set will be revolved around the Batman villains rather than the heroes. Considering during the original set of 2024 Funko NFT leaks, we did have a Batman 85th hero set, which ended up being the Batman 85th Series 1 set, and now I'm thinking because the latest Funko NFT leaks from 2024, every single one has happened besides one that was listed as Batman villains, and because Series 1 had that theme of basically a translucent pop with an outfit showcasing it, that I feel like that might actually be the same case for this Series 2 set, but with villains this time around. So my redeemable predictions I have listed, we have the Grail being a Harley Quinn, the legendary pops being Bane, Mr. Freeze, and Catwoman, the Ultra figure being the Joker, and then the royalty, Freddy Funko as Two-Face. So I think because we've got so many Harley Quinn Funko Pops that it is likely that we could get Harley Quinn as a Grail. And I think because in Series 1 of Batman 85th, we did get Batman as an Ultra figure, that it's likely if this is based off of Batman villains, that the most popular villain as terms to the Joker would be the Ultra figure for Series 2. Freddy Funko as Two-Face is technically a pop that actually hasn't happened as terms to a regular version, but there was one that was a blacklight version that released for Funko Fun Days this past year at San Diego Comic-Con. And for that specific royalty, it actually won't be with the theme of basically the translucent body with showing off the outfit, because in Series 1 we did have the Grail figure of Alfred Pennyworth that didn't follow that trend either. Then the second set that was announced for November 2024 is Beetlejuice Series 1, which this set definitely has a lot of people excited, especially recently in theaters was the release of the sequel movie Beetlejuice. So likely what I'm thinking of for this set is going to be based off of that very first movie released in 1988. And so for my redeemable predictions, first off, I have the Grail being the cowboy Beetlejuice, basically from, I guess, the TV commercial that Beetlejuice makes about the exorcisms and stuff like that, and he's riding on the cow. And then for the legendaries, I have listed a new version of Lydia Deetz, the Witch Doctor, and Harry the Hunter, which of course, Harry the Hunter is the original version of the character you guys would know from Beetlejuice being Bob, in which Bob did have a Funko Pop in that movie's lineup, and so I could likely see the fact that they would actually make the original version of that character as a redeemable in the form of Harry the Hunter, and especially we know Funko can do this, especially earlier on with the Funko NFTs doing the Pop-a-Sit Freddy. And then for the royalty, I have Freddy Funko as Adam Maitland, and this is just basically a normal Adam Maitland. Of course, the only Adam Maitland pop we have in the Beetlejuice lineup is the transformed version that they did a few years back. So I feel like now this would be the first representation of a normal version of that character, while I feel like a regular version of Adam Maitland will be released as maybe an exclusive or a Comic-Con exclusive down the line, not relating to the NFTs itself. And I didn't bother putting an Ultra figure for this set because I'm not exactly sure how many redeemables that they are are planning on making for this particular set. And I guess I never really mentioned my overall thoughts as terms to both of these sets. If any set is going to be a dud, it's going to be Batman 85th Series 2, especially seeing that Series 1 actually didn't sell out. I just don't have faith that a Series 2, which in my opinion shouldn't happen as it is, won't sell out either. And that is also because more people would be interested in a Beetlejuice set rather than a Batman 85th set. Do I think Beetlejuice Series 1 is going to sell out? It all depends, in my opinion, about how good the redeemables end up being and how many packs are going to be sold, because I know that a lot of people were actually excited for the Alien drop in September. However, that set actually didn't sell out. So I feel like if they give a right number that is way less than 20,000 packs for standards and premiums, maybe around the 10K mark, then maybe there is a chance that Beetlejuice could sell out. And now I'm going to be making my very early predictions for what I think could be the final set or sets that could be releasing in December, ending off the year of 2024. And I'm not sure whether it's going to be one set or two sets, considering that a couple of years ago we did get Elf and Retro Toys releasing back to back like we just did with G.I. Joe and Stranger Things, and the Mickey and Friends set we got in December of last year was actually the only set released during that month. But I could see a world where we will end up getting two sets that are going to be back to back weeks right before the Christmas holidays. The first set that I think may happen is a Dungeons and Dragons Series 2 set. And this goes back to what I mentioned about the Batman Villains set, the very first Funko NFT leaks video I did in 2024, where all of them have been confirmed besides D&D Series 2. And so for the redeemables, I have predicted here, for the Grail, I have Mind Witness, with legendaries being Woodwode, Giant Spider, Eaton, I don't know if I'm saying that right, an Ultra figure of High Elf, and the royalty being Freddy Funko inside a gelatinous cube. Now, when I originally made my predictions during that leaked video, I actually had the High Elf as the Grail pop, but at that specific point, the Ultra rarity actually never existed yet for the Funko NFTs, so I could see Drop and Funko using a character like the High Elf, which they basically showed off in Series 1 with the Freddy Funko as High Elf royalty, that they could use this as its own character and being an Ultra figure being the more accessible one out of the entire set, while all the other creatures and monsters are more limited. And I hope that my prediction of Freddy Funko inside the gelatinous cube ends up being true, because I think it may be a royalty that I might actually get. And then the second set I'm about to predict is actually one from one of my earlier Funko NFT leaks videos, and that is a Funko Holiday Series 1 set. So basically the Christmas equivalent to what we're seeing currently with the Funkoween set. And it was rumored last year that we would end up getting a Funko Holiday set, but that never ended up happening. But in that same list was Squid Game, which ended up being announced in 2024. So it could be a really late delayed announcement for a NFT set in the form of Funko Holiday Series 1, and it's definitely a much different set of what I predicted for the redeemables than what I originally predicted back in 2023. So starting off with the big rarity here, 499 pieces, the Mythic rarity, which wasn't invented until literally earlier this year with the Funime and Cosplay set, which I have Gingerbread Freddy and Franny as a 2-pack. Yes, I'm definitely kind of copying that from the recent 2-pack that got announced for Funkoween. For the Grail, I have listed as Gingerbread Proto, and this kind of also goes hand in hand with the recent set where one of the legendaries actually goes along with that Mythic pack. And for the legendaries, it would be Franny Funko as an elf, Proto the reindeer, Freddy Funko Santa, and the Ghost of Christmas Franny Funko. However, I wouldn't be surprised at the same time if they had decided maybe we would switch out the Gingerbread Grail with a Freddy Funko as Santa Claus. And then for the royalty, I have listed as Freddy the Snowman, and that was actually one I believe I listed in that initial leaks video where I had predicted the possible set releasing. And so it's likely that I'm going to get a lot of these wrong if they end up getting confirmed, but what I can confirm is that if Funko Holiday does end up happening this year, they're probably going to do a Mythic set, because that seems to be the trend that's going to be happening from now on when it comes to a Freddy Funko related set. back. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video of me talking about the November 2024 Funko NFT drops and my predictions for December's drop, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I hope to see you guys in another video on the channel. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.